right, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I had to go warm up my coffee. That's some good stuff, boy. That's some good stuff right there, man. All right, let me get all my stuff together here. Hold on. All right, so y'all know what it is, man. This is coffee and charts. I haven't done one of these in a minute, but I had some time, so decided to just come on and do some observation. So we'll be doing a little bit of that. Take a look at things, see what's going on. If you're new to the platform, when you guys come on, please make sure that you like the video. Also share the video. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your bell notifications. This way you'll ensure that you'll receive notifications whenever I'm live. If you're tuning in from Facebook, be sure to follow the TeamAlliance Facebook page and also turn on, there's a bell notification on the page as well. Turn that on so that you have a good opportunity to receive a notification when I'm live. Okay. And if you're tuning in from Twitter, just retweet this stream on your Twitter timeline or whatever it's called, your Twitter profile, whatever. Okie doke. So I'm just getting everything kind of situated right now on the platform. Got my coffee on deck. And we'll take a look at the chart, see what's going on here. All right. I like doing the lives from the studio because, you know, much better audio. I'm uninterrupted because I'm in the office. And, you know, it's just better overall to me. I like having the clear audio. And I also like just being more comfortable in here. Anytime I'm out there with them kids, boy, it's all over. Just interruptions. All right, so we got a few things going on. The platform that we're looking at, this is the NADEX platform. This is the platform that we trade on. Of course, we're trading 5-minute binary options. And these options give us an opportunity to capitalize on the way that we understand the market. The underlying markets that we are observing are the foreign exchange markets or the Forex market. So, for example, right now I am looking at the euro dollar. And the euro is one of the Forex markets that are available in the foreign exchange or in the currency markets. On the NADEX platform with the 5-minute binaries, the euro dollar is one of the Forex markets that these binaries are based on. So the euro is a market that you can track and that you can trade with the binaries. Okay. Now with these binaries, you're trading the actual binary itself. which is an instrument that's separate from the market. The instrument is based on the market information. So where you see the strike price, or the strike prices, I should say, for the binary is based upon where the underlying market is. So for example, right now you got strike price here. This is what, 22.15 on the euro, where you see my mouse at right here, right? Which is also the bottom of this green box. If you look at the bottom of this green box that I have here, the bottom of that box represents that strike price, the 22.15. Now, the reason that the price of that strike is 22.15 is because of where the euro dollar is currently positioned. So the strike price is one of the lines that is populated for this instrument based upon the information of the euro dollar. So because of where the euro currently is right now, that's why the strike price is what it is right now. And the way that the strikes are listed is like a ladder. So if you look at these little horizontal lines going across, the blue ones, the blue dotted lines, those represent the strike prices. They represent the lines that are acting as price levels in the market for the instrument to be traded with. So we can trade the binaries using those lines, those horizontal lines going across. And the binary itself is very simple to trade. All you have to do is just be correct about where the market ends when the clock runs out. So for example, we're looking at 5-minute binaries. 5-minute binaries means that every 5 minutes, the binary will restart. So for example, right now we got 1 minute and 35 seconds left on the clock, right? If I wanted to sell this 22.15 option, I'm doing that because I'm anticipating that the market is going to remain underneath that line when this clock runs out, right? If I'm correct, I'm going to win this trade. If I was to trade that now, based on where I'm seeing that the market is, I see the market's underneath the line. I want to sell. I believe that the market's going to stay under the line. So in other words, as a matter of fact, let me move the box so that the price action is inside the box. So you see where I just moved the box? If I'm selling, I'm saying, all right, I believe the market's going to stay in the box. And if I'm right, I'll win that trade. Now, you see how now the market's not in the box now? It's because the market just moved above the line. So now if a person sold that option a little while ago when we were looking, the price was underneath, right? And right now you got 18 seconds left and the price is above the line. If you sold that, look at where the market is now, you would lose this trade. So you see how simple binaries are to trade. It's the simplest thing to trade. The part of this that's not the simplest is understanding the movement of the market. Now, someone that has no idea what they're looking at, they'll see that. Like they'll see what I just showed. Oh, look at that. The market's under that line. Look, it's in the box. Oh, only a minute left. They get excited about that and they're like, oh, I can sell this. Let me sell this. I'm going to sell this at 25. So in other words, I'm going to make $25 if I win. $25 on one contract. But if you don't understand the movement of the market, you're not going to be able to understand or anticipate the market going back up above the line. And because you don't understand the market, you'll place a trade like that and lose. And this is where the majority of people find themselves, because that's just one example of the market being in one spot, with X amount of time left on the clock. And then all of a sudden it's back above on the other side of the actual strike price. all the way on the other side. Look how far away from the strike above that it went just now, going into the last minute of that last binary. So binaries is not about the binary, is it? Because anybody can pick a trade. I just picked one, right? Hey, we're going to sell this, man. Look, it's under the line. We're going to sell it. And if you sold it with a minute and change left, you would have lost this trade. So it's not about you picking trades. Let me get my sound effects up. Whoops, that ain't it. Get my sound effects up. Because I'm going to be making points that deserve emphasis. So again, the binaries are not about picking trades. The binaries and being consistent when you trade them is about understanding the market. Understanding the market. Now, you need to give yourself time to learn how to understand the market. This is the next part that people have a problem with. You need to give yourself time. It's like, well, how do I learn how to understand the market? Time and observation. What are we doing right now? Observation. Well, Mark, why are you not taking a trade? Because there's no trade to take. See, for one, we don't take. Even your terminology has to be adjusted and has to be changed. Just the way you talk has to change, because the way that you're talking is the way that you're thinking, and the way that you're thinking is what you're going to do when you trade. You thinking you can take a trade. And this is what the majority of people that come into trading, that come on to NADEX and that want to trade binaries, the reason that they mess it up is because they never give themselves time. Time to do what? Time to learn. Time to learn what? The market. Well, why you need to learn the market? Because you need to understand why the market is doing what it's doing at the time. It's not about you being a good trade picker. I'm pretty good at picking these trades, guys. Pretty good at this. It's not about that. You need to understand the market first. And until you do, you'll suffer. Until you do, you'll take some trades, win some, take another trade, lose. And the worst part of it all is that you'll begin to allow your greed. Uh-oh, here we go. Somebody know I'm talking to them right now. Ram Man done showed up. Oh boy. Wait, let me take a sip of coffee because I don't know what Ram Man gonna do right now. You'll allow your greed to make you do the stupidest shit in the market. You do dumb shit over and over again because you're greedy. The greed comes from the desire to want to win. And you think that winning means trading. Like you think that, well, you know, I'm going to keep taking these trades, man, until I figure this out. Until you figure what out? There's nothing to figure out. What I realize with people when they come into this environment on NADEX, you're going to go in one of two directions. One of two. You're going to go the casino route, right? Where you might as well just be gambling. Like just take some dice, roll the dice. Or better yet, take a coin, flip the coin. If it's heads, you buy. If it's tails, you sell. And do that for every trade. You might as well do that because you have the same chances when you don't understand the market. It's 100% coin flip. 100%. You're flipping the coin every time that you trade because you don't understand the market. And see, this is powerful right now, what I'm actually talking about, because this is going to help you to put everything into perspective. And you need to have everything in perspective before you begin to trade. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This the part right here that sometimes people don't catch. They think that they can come on the platform and start trading. They think they can come on the platform and just go ahead. Like, I'm start make a deposit, start trading. Worst thing you could do. Worst thing that you could do. The best thing you can do is not trade at all until you have a solid understanding of what? Of what you're looking at in the market. You don't even know what you're looking at. You have no idea what you're even looking at. And what makes it worse is when someone gets the impression that they understand what they're looking at. These people fall into the signals category. They want signals, right? They want some kind of strategy to use because they want to be able to, like, all right, I'm going to do this and I'm going to win. I'm going to do this and I'm going to win. Oh, this is a good signal. I'm going to win this. These are good signals. I'm going to win my trades. The problem with that is that you don't know where signals come from. You don't know what the basis of signals are. Just like if I gave you signals. If I said, all right, y'all, we got 2 minutes left on this trade. Based on what I'm seeing, I think the market is moving up. I think we're gonna buy. So y'all get ready to buy. And even if I'm doing it live, if I'm like, all right, oh, look at this. This right here got pricing on it for a buy. And we moving in an uptrend. And I'm looking at this, right? I'm busy watching the option pricing. And let's say I want to enter at 75. So I made 25 bucks. Look, right there, this pricing. You see how this pricing now is under 75. That means I can get 75 right now or better, right? Yeah, I want to buy. Now, mind you, I'm thinking about buying, not even paying attention to the market. Look at what the market's doing right now. Just look at what it's doing. Now, if I was all hyped off of the fact that the market was moving up and I'm basing my decision on that, and I'm like, yeah, we only got a minute left. Yeah, this looks good for a buy. And then we buy. Look at what the price is doing. So this is what I mean about how even if someone is giving you signals, you're following what they're doing. Do you know what they're doing? You don't know what they're doing. You don't necessarily know or understand why they're doing it either. That's why signals don't work. The funny thing is that people think that there's a such thing as good signals. If you want a signal, flip a coin. Heads, buy. Tails, sell. There's your signals. There you go. You got a signal service now. And it sounds crazy, but I'm saying that because you have the same chance of having those results when you don't understand the market. This is why you have to give yourself time to observe, study, learn, understand the market, how it moves, what the movement means. You need to learn the type of movement that the market presents that always produces the same outcome for a trade. Hold on. What that mean? In other words, what if all you did was process of elimination until you learn how to recognize when the market presents you with the same movement, also known as stability, that produces the same outcome? on every trade. So this is a reverse engineering idea that I'm giving you, because instead of you looking for the trade first, you're looking at the market first. The trade is after, and the trade either comes or it doesn't come. What if you did that? What if you flipped it all around? And if you think about that, by you flipping it around, it will eliminate you from being in trades when you don't understand what the market's doing. Because the equivalent of that is a coin flip. If you're in a trade not understanding what the market is doing, or assuming that the market is doing one thing, right? You're making an assumption that, all right, well, I think it's doing this. It looks pretty stable. Oh, I'm seeing this. Looks like it's slowing down. Looks like it's ranging. And I'm using these terms because these are terms that we use within the framework for the protocol that we use. As you observe the market, you learn more and become familiar with the market, and things begin to make sense. And the more sense that the market makes, the less sense it makes to trade. Whoa. Whoa. That's crazy, because you would think it's the opposite. You think that you learn more about the market, you're going to make more trades. No. The more you learn about the market, the less you trade. That's some good ass coffee right there too, must say. The more you learn about the market, the less you trade. And it's crazy because you don't think that. You think, oh, well, you know, as I get more skill, man, I'll be able to take all kind of trades. Wrong. I have a lot of skill in the market. Do you see me taking all kind of trades? Nope. What you see me doing? Waiting for the same corny, stable market, and then I'm in the trade when the trade comes. Like, oh, that's corny what he be doing. Anybody could do that. Like, this is one thing that kind of makes me laugh when I think about it, when I hear people on the outside tell me this. Oh, all you doing is waiting for the market to slow down. Anybody could do that. Anybody can do it, but I don't see you doing it. I don't see you consistently waiting for the market to slow down and winning all of your trades. Hold on. I don't peep you doing that. I don't see you doing that. Matter of fact, I don't see you doing anything because you don't record nothing and show nothing. You can't even show me a trade that you entered. You can't show me a trade you took. So how could you possibly understand what I'm doing? See, so this is what makes all of this powerful for you. For any of you that want to actually take the time to learn and take the time to study and take the time to commit, because you realize that it's not a one-shot deal either. It's a lifetime deal. Whoa. This is funny to me because I had a discussion with someone earlier today, and they were kind of asking me about whether or not, this is something that you do for life with TA. And I'm like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Your skill set should be something that you want for life. Whoa. Hold on. Your skill set should be something you want forever. Yes? So then it's self-explanatory. It's very interesting too. There are people that, they might sign up for training and they'll stick around for like a month. The first month they'll sign up, they'll get the playlist, they'll be added to the group and all of that. And I can tell right away when somebody gonna leave right away. I know. It's so crazy how I just know. I'm like, all right, they ain't not gonna last. And it's because when they come into this environment, there's two doors. When you come into this environment, one door goes back out. The other door goes in to you. Whoa. Whoa. Think about what I'm saying. Think about this. This should have been a podcast. This should have, well, shit, it is a podcast now. Two doors. One goes back out. You go back where you came from. You was losing before, you're gonna go back to that. The other door is the door that goes into you, into the depths of you. You understand? TA it forces you to walk through one of the doors. You either out of here or you gonna put the work in. What work? You got to learn the market. What does that mean? You got to learn how to deal with yourself. What? You're not going to learn the market until you learn you. All right. Hold on. Let me go warm up my coffee. I'll be back. I got to take a break. That was hard. That was I straight had to take a break, like a woosah. Man, you can't learn the market until you learn you. How true was that? Mm-mm-mm. All right, let me come over here and see who we got in the building with us real quick. Jay Carly crazy. Look at so true. She said I wouldn't let her leave if she wanted to. That's true. All right, I see Sadiq is here, Peter Leonardi, Jay Carly, Amanda, what's going on? Walker's here. I see Key, Marlon Carter, Muffin Woman, Forrest, Orion, Eric Stevenson, Osmond, Mr. Ront in the building, Reginald Brown. I see Ashton, Brendan Thompson, Johnny Ross. I see Champ, Nicole Blunt, BCJ, Melanie, Stacy, Chip, Mo, Charles. All right. Full house. Full house. Sadiq said dealing with yourself has nothing to do with the skill. It has everything to do with recognizing when not to be in the market. That's hard. That's hard. Process of elimination. Process of elimination. Come on now. Peter says, I like those people who don't know what they are doing so I can cash in. Yeah, we have an unlimited sea of those people. All of the risk reward folks. Plenty of those. Johnny said it's not Sunday, but I'm loving the service. You know the church. The church is in session. Yes, sir. Yeah, these always turn into these when the rant man pops up. Every now and then, rant man, he got to show his face. He got to show his face, man. Just air it out. Yeah, but I mean, so true. You know, so when you finally realize that, you know, it's you, it's like now you can actually get to work. Because until you do that, you'll go through the same thing that we all would go through. You know, I've done it in the past, and it's not a good thing at all. When you're dealing with yourself and, you know, lack of self-control and greed is at the forefront, it's like greed literally turns you into just stupidity. Like the stuff you do is just stupid. I mean, you do dumb stuff and then you do more dumb stuff because you did something else dumb. Then you want to, then it's like you having a competition with yourself over doing dumb shit. I give you the perfect example. You start trading, right? You win in some trades. One of the first things that I talk about when you win a trade, when you win, log out. If you win two, definitely log out. That's it. That's it. Right? Log out. What you'll do is you'll win and you won't log out. What you gonna do? You're gonna trade again. You win again. What you gonna do? Trade again. You win again. What you gonna do? Trade again. Now you done took 4 trades. Market kind of gave you 4 opportunities to log the hell out. What you doing? Trading again. each time that you trade, there's less of any type of structure or organization or order when you trade, because your trading is being fueled by, what is it called? Dopamine? I think it's dopamine, adrenaline, or whatever it is. You feeling the rush. You feeling that rush of, I'm winning. I'm 4-0. It's the same shit that somebody feels at the casino when they bet on black and it lands on black. I was like, oh shit, I'm on a roll. Let me do it again. And they keep betting. And if they win a few times, they won't stop. Instead of them walking away from the table, what are they going to do? They're going to bet again. Oh, I'm on a streak, man. Don't stop my streak. It's the same thing. And it's why I said earlier that people become like that type of gambler, casino type of person in the market, doing the same shit. You might as well go to AC, go to Foxwoods, and just hang out all day if you're going to do that. So when you have all of that energy coming as a result of your greed, let me show you how greed flips on you. You trade again. And that fifth trade, you lose. So here's greed. You lost the fifth trade. Greed is like, fuck that. We got to get that back now.
What you talking about, Willis?
We got to get it back now. I'm getting my money back. This is greed. So what do? You make another deposit and you start trading again. Now you're in revenge mode. Hold on. Revenge mode ain't nothing but trade mode on steroids. That's all it is. You start doing all type of shit that don't have nothing to do with nothing. You start trading anything. I wish I could record when someone is in revenge mode. I wish I could record them. Like just record everything that they be doing. You be doing all types of shit. How do I know? I've done it. Thankfully, I didn't do that a lot here on NADEX, but I've done that many times in the past. I used to do that in Forex all the time till I got my shit together and stopped. But my point is that it's the same energy. That's like your greed just flips around on you. So you go from feeling good because you won 4 trades to being pissed off because you lost 1 trade, and now you got to get all of your wins back, which you'll never do. You'll never do that. You know why? Because even if you get those trades back, you still ain't gonna stop trading. So next thing you know, you trade and you go 6-0 on the next run, and you're like, all right, cool, I got that back. But you ain't gonna stop. You're gonna trade again. So you just totally blinded by stupidity. This is what I'm saying. Trade mode on steroids. You just trading. And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. We had a term for it back in the day called blackout trading. It's like you literally black out and just be in the market, just doing all type of stupidity. And then you do it again. And you might do it after you win 8 or 9 trades. Don't let it be 15, 16 trades. You traded 15, 16 times in a day and won. And you like, oh man, I'm about to do Project 21 real quick. In a day. Come on now. Somebody know I'm telling the truth. Oh man. This is the type of shit that goes on, man. I'm telling y'all. Telling y'all, man. Oh man. Revenge mode, man. Just be sitting there. You just sitting there taking. You try to take every binary now. You literally try to take every trade that you see. You like, oh, here's a trade. I'm gonna take this one. Fuck that. What are you doing? What makes it bad is that you be winning some of them. What makes it worse is that you'll win. I'm telling you, if you that person that went 10-0, 11-0, like after a loss or after a series of losses, and you win 10 in a row in a day, it's like you have descended into the abyss. And you so low now that you think that you high. Like a person can be so low thinking that they're up here, like I'm the man. Fuck that. Look at what I'm doing. I'm 12-0. Fuck that. I got all of that back. What? And you're delusional now because now you're talking shit to yourself, but really your greed is talking to you and laughing. Greed's like, at any moment now, you're gonna fuck up. Yeah, you're gonna take that one. That's the one right there. You're gonna get slapped on that one. Your greed cracking up at you. So this is why when I train people and when I teach everybody, I always tell you we not tapping into your greed at all. So what I want you to do is when you come into training, you can open your live account. Don't put no money in it. Well, Mark, when should I start trading? Until I tell you to trade. And I'm not going to tell you to trade. So now that means you have to rely on the truth to tell you when to trade, which is, well, you know what? I really don't know if I'm ready to trade yet. That's the truth. Then the truth, it keeps setting you free each time. Like, wait, I'm starting to understand this. Let me start practicing with paper trading. Let me see if I can win some of these in my head. This is the truth now, guiding you. It's like navigation, GPS. I didn't tell you to trade yet, and I'm not going to. But the truth is talking to you as you train and as you observe and as you grow. Next thing you know what? I'm going to start recording. Let me start recording and posting these in the group. Let me make sure I'm looking at this right. Now you're recording, posting in the group, and getting feedback. And the group is like, yeah, that was it. Or the group is like, nah, what the hell was that? Right? You're going to get checked either way. You need it. You need that from the group, from the collective, from us. Some of y'all will send me the videos directly. And if you're wrong, I'll be like, nope, that ain't it. Not at all. I'll be like, where was the range? Where were the clusters? I don't see it. Where's the barrier? You look like you just entered the trade. Oh, man, you right, Mark. Damn. All right, I'm going to get it right, though. If that's you and that's what you need to do what you need to do. That's what I'm here for. That's what the group is here for. This is what I mean about when people come into here and they're like, man, am I supposed to be here forever? Yes. Just think about the shit that you be doing. Just think about it. All the shit you could do that we stop you from doing because you're engaging and you're following instructions. First instruction I give you when you sign up for training is to watch the 301 playlist. It's 4 videos in that list. Watch that on repeat. Right? If you're the one that's going to walk through the door that goes back out, you might watch one of them once. But you'll see them, and then you'll see the main playlist, and you'll see 700 something videos. And you'll try to go into that, and I ain't tell you to do that yet. I ain't tell you to do that. When I send you the main playlist, I tell you to wait for the recommended training. And then go back to the 301 training. This is what I tell you. If you don't do that, you're going to do some other dumb shit. What you going to do? You're probably going to trade. What else are you going to do? Not record. What else are you going to do? Not tell nobody. Some people are funny because they'll trade, win some trades, and they'll tell us. And we will get at you. You know why? Because the first thing we're going to say is, well, where's the recordings? Next thing, well, then you just start training? You taking live trades with real money? Thought you signed up last week. See, we're going to catch you. Now, we're not doing that trying to catch you out there like, yeah, you know, you can't get away with nothing. But at the same time, we are for your own good. You need to be saved from yourself. This is what I'm saying about that door. When you go through that door is going into you. And now all of your shit is behind the door. All of your bullshit is in there. And you walked in the door. It's like, oh, man, there's a lot of shit in here. Yeah, that's you. All that shit that you see is what you be doing. So you need to be corrected constantly. So the first sign of dumb shit that you do, we are going to check you. This is why I tell you, when you observe, record your observations. I don't even tell you to trade and record your trades because I'm not going to tell you to trade. You'll know when it's time for that. But in the beginning, once you have trained and you feel comfortable with looking at the market, all right, now it's time to observe. Now, while you're observing, record the observations. Why? Because we need to see what you're looking at. If you record something, you say, hey, Mark, is this RCB? And I see candles going all across the strikes. Hell no, that ain't RCB. You see? So you begin to get little pieces like, oh, wow, I thought that was a range. I thought that's what you meant by range. No. I thought that's what you meant by barrier. No. Oh, I thought stability was just meant that, you know, when the market is slow. No. We're going to get you right, but you have to plug in. See, this is why when you try to be the Lone Ranger and do it yourself, like I noticed also some people will do that. They'll come into training and they'll try to take everything that I gave them, you know, 301 playlist. They got the main playlist and they're watching videos. Then they might focus on 301 and then they'll get to phase 3 and get excited. Like, oh, this is how you get into the trade. Oh, this is how you enter the trade. So they start focusing on the parameters now. Where does that take you? Now you take the parameters and you go into the market and you try to enter into trades that way, not understanding the first 2 phases. So it means that you don't even know what stability looks like yet. You're basing everything that you're doing in the market now off of parameters for entering, when that's the last thing you should be doing. I'm hitting it on the head. I'm hitting it on the head. This is the shit people do over and over again. Telling you, man, this is crazy. All right, let me come back in the comments. I like that. Stacy says some people like to roll the dice twice. Jay Carly said the hamster wheel of fuckery. Yes, exactly. Walker, greed and denial are good buddies. They love hanging out at the Revenge Lounge. Come on now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at what Mo said. Trading different pairs, different markets, betting on dogs and everything. Right. All type of shit. All type. Melanie says she adding this to the daily training rotation. Rant Man speaking to the soul. No doubt. No doubt. Rant Man definitely made an appearance today. Right. Look. Here we go. You get that 10-0. You right. I got this. What training? I don't need no training. Man, listen. Yeah, you talking shit to yourself. Ooh, this is hard. TA is where greed goes to die. Let's go. There it is. Mr. Ron, TA is like the 12 steps and AA, GA, or NA. If you stay up in the rooms and work those steps, the work, if you work them, keep coming back. Indeed. Yeah, all of that. Right. I thought I was supposed to practice. Right. You think practicing is applying parameters and getting into trades. Come on, man. Practice is recording. Practice is observing. Huh? Practice is posting in the group. That's practice. Practice doing the things that are going to elevate you and put you in position for the skill set to kick in. Yeah. Here go my screenshot. Look, it moved and held. So true. HJ, how did you stop taking trades in different environments and stick to one? Just simply stop taking trades in different environments. That's it. That is it. HJ, for me, I would say my epiphany was realizing that I don't need a lot of trades to make a lot of money. And at first, I'm not going to say I didn't realize that, but I will say I didn't realize to what degree that was true. Once I realized that this simply is a matter on NADEX of just scaling up the size of your contracts, then I realized how valuable it was to just focus on being in quality trades, and that's it. So it was very simple for me then to stick to one environment, stick to one type of behavior that I know is going to produce the same outcome on the trade, regardless, no matter what. Instead of, being in all of these different environments and having to adjust and having to pivot on the fly, I kind of didn't want to do that no more. Like, after a while, you get burnt out when you do too much. This is a fact. And my time is much more valuable to me than being in the market all day trying to get into a trade. You understand? I like having my time. I like just being able to just go outside and listen to birds and shit. I like that. Sit down and drink some coffee and relax. I like doing that. I don't want to have to be stuck in front of the screen looking at the charts all day. I don't want to do that. I don't do that now. So this is what I'm saying as far as, being able to make that decision. It became simple for me. I valued my time way more, and especially as I've gotten older, I'm like, I don't want to be sitting in front of the charts all day, taking trades and doing all that. No, I don't want to do that. So it was a very easy decision for me to just, nope, I'm not doing that no more. And I just gradually did less and less. And less became way more because now I make way more money than I did at the time when I was taking way more trades. Think about it. Think about it. There was a time when I used to take 4 trades in a day. And y'all know this because I used to record them and post them on YouTube and on Facebook, wherever. So 4 turned to 3, 3 turned to 2, 2 turned to 1. And then even one trade in a day turned into, well, whenever the market gives me that trade that I am going to wait for the market to give, whenever that comes, I'm cool with that. And that's where I am now. And that's where I'm teaching everyone else to go also. Why? Because it's way more valuable to be in that position. Just to be in position to know that when you ultimately end up in a trade, it's going to be a winning trade. That gives you all the confidence that you need right there to scale up. It gives you all the confidence right there that you need to remain up. So once you're at a larger contract size, you'll be at that larger contract size without fear at all. You're not concerned about anything. You're never scared. Oh, man. You're not looking at it like, oh, man, I got 150 contracts on this. You're not thinking about that. Damn, this is 50 contracts, man. Oh. We don't care about the contract size. Who cares? Question is the process the same that you're using? That's the question. Because the same trade that you're going to be in when you at one contract, same trade that you should be taking when you're at 100 contracts, and vice versa. Don't take a funny looking ass trade just because you at one contract. Don't rush and just feel the urge and the need to want to trade. Oh, I didn't get a trade yet. I need to get one just because you're at one contract. You ain't going to be doing that shit when you at 20 contracts. You definitely ain't going to be doing it at 50 or 100. So the same behavior that you're going to have when you at a larger contract size, you need to have the same respect in the market at one contract. Have respect. Have respect. Yep. Your trades end up very close to the line, and if you do not know what the candles will do next, how can you be sure it will work? Well, every trade doesn't necessarily end up close to the line. Some of them do, of course. And I know that people, when they look at videos of me in trades, they're like, damn, that was close. He just won that. It ended up on the strike. And you're looking at that and you're wondering, like, damn, like, how did he know that that would end like that? I didn't know. But I did know what it would not do. So even if it pushes it to the limit, I know what the market's not going to do at the time because of what the market is already doing, if that makes sense. So this is not about you trying to predict what the next candle is going to do, or, you know, what's the next candle going to do. We're not trying to do that. We don't have to. It's about understanding the movement, the positioning, and everything that's happening in the market now, having a full understanding of that, being clear on it. And then after you're clear on it, when that trade comes, you know what the outcome is going to be. That's what it is. So you can't think that you being in a trade means you're picking a setup and predicting where the candle is going, because that's not what it is. You can be in a trade and the market not move at all. It doesn't have to move anywhere and you'll win. The market could move against the strike price that you're in, but you'll win. Well, why did you win that one? Why, in other words, why did the market respect that strike price? This is where we're getting into the deeper. That's the question you should be asking. Not, well, how do you know what the candle's going to do next? That's not the question. The question is, do you understand why the market is doing what it is doing now? Do you even understand what the market's doing? You see what I'm saying? So you need to know that information first. And this is where observation comes in. The more you observe the market, you begin to see, like, oh, wow, I see what the market is doing here. The market is respecting. It's respecting where it went. It's respecting where it is. You see? So you begin to learn and to see it from that perspective. Sometimes the indicative moves faster and you are in the trade. Okay, but what do you mean? Like, what does that mean? It moves faster versus what? Like relative to what? I'm not sure what you're asking. Walker says, time becomes your servant at that point, allowing time to bring you what's inevitable instead. Otherwise, trying to make the inevitable opportunity happen before its time makes the goal unattainable. Whoa, 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 hold on. Yeah, I got to catch that. That's hard. Time becomes your servant. That is good, man. That was good. He said, you trying to make the inevitable opportunity happen before it's time. Whoa. See, that's where patience and discipline comes in. You can't make it happen. It has to happen on its own. Very good. Very good. HJ, if it moves fast, then it threatens the line. Okay, so if you know what it looks like when it's moving fast, then you shouldn't be even considering being in a trade when the market is moving fast. So, I mean, that's my response to what I'm gathering from what you're saying. You're saying that it's threatening the line because it's moving fast? Because if it's moving fast, you can avoid being in the market when it's moving fast. So you won't have to even be concerned with being in a trade if it's already moving fast. I don't think HJ is in training either. HJ, you're not in training with us, right? I can kind of tell from how you're asking the questions, because you wouldn't ask these questions if you were. When you train, you start to gain an understanding right away. Just from the first trainer video that you watch, you start to elevate in your understanding. So another thing too, you can't function off of just isolating the trade. When you're looking, you have to pay more attention to what the market is doing at the time to know what the market will continue to do even after you're in the trade. So it's like we eliminate the need to predict what the market's going to do, because we understand what the market is doing, and that's the only time that we'll take a trade into consideration, is when we are already aware of what the market is actually doing at the time. And only if what the market is doing at the time is stability. So if the market's not stable at the time and we see that in advance, we don't want nothing to do with the trade. See? So that's how people get turned around, because they're focusing on trades. If you're focusing on a trade, you can easily get caught up in a trade at the wrong time. If you're focusing on the time, you'll never be in that trade. Even if you saw it like, man, you know, I saw that. Man, I'm glad I ain't take that one. At first, you start talking like that. After a while, you don't even talk like that no more because you're like, nah, I wasn't gonna be in that. Like you don't even see it as a trade because you already know that the market is doing too much of something at the time that represents instability. And if the market is not stable, then there is no trade. If the market is not stable, whatever trade you thought might have been there, nothing. So, yep. Okay, in the recent video, you talking about the recent Project Freedom video, the one where I was in a trade. I'm assuming you're referring to that one. Oh, excuse me. And also, when you look at these videos, I actually put commentary and I talk about what was going on in the market. Pay attention to what I'm saying about what was going on in the market at the time. Like, actually pay attention to that, and you'll get a lot of insight from that also. Going fishing. What's happening, man? Mr. Ron, the indicative does pop with bursts of speed after you enter, but you understand. I'm assuming that she was saying you understand the market. HJ, if you're waiting for stability, then does it matter which pair you trade? Nope. It doesn't matter which pair you trade, but your focus should be on one pair. Your focus and attention should be on one market at the time. Don't try to look at every market and, you know, be the stability finder for any market. Don't do that, because you're going to get distracted anytime that you're looking at each market. You might see what looks like or appear to be stability in one, and if you're looking at that one and it's not stable yet, and there's another one that is stable, because you're focused on that one, you won't see the one that is stable yet because you're looking at the one that you think is stable now. So you can't even look at more than one at the same time anyway with your full attention. If you're looking at the dollar yen and the euro, you take a look at the dollar yen, it's looking like it's starting to stabilize. You see that. You got to continue to watch it to see if it is stabilizing. Well, the euro is over here already stable, but you don't know that because you're focusing your attention on the dollar yen now because you think that the dollar yen is stabilizing. Or better yet, you think the dollar yen is stable, so now you're waiting for a trade to come. You see what I'm saying? So that's another reason why you don't want to scatter yourself, because you can't, with precision, recognize stability on multiple pairs if you're trying to look at them all at the same time. You cannot do it. The only thing that you would be able to do would be to spot trade setups. You can do that with multiple pairs. You cannot see stability in multiple markets at the same time by looking at them all at the same time. Because stability and the recognition of it requires that you what? Observe. Well, if you have to observe, that means that you got to observe this one. How are you observing the euro if you're looking at the dollar yen? You can't look at them both at the same time. You can't look at 5 different pairs at the same time. How are you looking at 5 pairs? You can have 5 pairs up, but what you're doing is this. Oh, okay, I see this one slowing down. All right, this one's slowing down. This one, that one is, it's not stable yet. Let me go back over here. Oh, the euro look like it's trying to stabilize. I'm not sure yet, though. So you keep jumping around, and what ends up happening is you still end up looking at one because whichever one it is that ends up stabilizing is going to be the one that you now have to focus on. That's going to be the one that you now have to observe. Because now if the market does stabilize, all right, it's stable now. So now you have to wait for the trade to come. You see what I'm saying? So regardless, you still are going to end up being in one market. But why put yourself under pressure and stress by even looking at 4 or 5 different markets at the same time? You're diverting your attention. You'll miss stability on one market because you're focused on another one that you think is stabilizing. That's a fact. Yep, that is a fact. Ashton said he confesses, this is for me. The truth will set you free. Yep, definitely 5-minute binaries. That's it. That's all we trade. That's it. No need for a fix if it ain't broke. That's facts. I'm Nappy. What's going on? You know what I did want to ask? I forgot who it was that I was messaging. It was actually one of the newest students that joined recently. And it's just something I noticed that they were doing. So let me just go through this on the platform, just so it's on this recording. So I'll actually be able to reference this recording for this particular thing. So what I noticed that they were doing in their observation, and I actually was very proud of them because they recorded and they sent me the recording, and that's how I knew. Like, I wouldn't have known that they were doing this the whole time had they not recorded and sent it to me. That's why recording is so important. So if you look at the time frame of the chart that I'm on, you see that this is the 1 minute time frame. I've noticed that some people, they'll be on the 5-minute time frame. And I'm talking about the chart. So we don't observe from the 5-minute time frame. We observe from the 1 minute time frame. So all of these candles that you're seeing here are 1 minute candles. These are all 60-second candles, these red and blue candles that you see, because this is the 1 minute chart. Okay. It's important that you know that. And it's also important that you observe that way, because these candles are what allow you to see the market. You know, for example, when you're using the box as your tool, this visually helps you to see each individual 1 minute segment of movement in the market. So for example, when you're looking to see if the market is in a range, you know that a range applies to the individual candles, the size of the candles, the distance or the height of the candles, how many micro pips are built into each candle. You can see that because you're seeing the 1 minute candles. So when you see the market beginning to range, the 1 minute allows you to see that. You see? The same way that the 1 minute allows you to see when the market ain't ranging. Like when you're looking like, nope, it ain't there yet. Like you see how big this candle is? You know that this is not what it is that we're waiting to see yet. So even as I move the box along, I'm moving the box along where I see the market positioning itself with candles, because I'm looking to see, well, is the market going to begin to range? Is it, once it starts ranging, is it going to begin to create a barrier? And if it does create a barrier, you'll see the clusters of the candles now in the range. So this is how RCB aligns everything up for you. So you can't make a mistake if you're following the process and following the protocol the way that I teach it to you. So it's important, again, that you're on the 1 minute chart so that you can see it this way. That's why we don't use the 5 minute chart. Another thing that I noticed is when you have a ticket open, did I want to do it this way? Yeah, I could do it this way. Or let me start back. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me come back to markets. Right? Let me do like this. Is there a way to close this? Switch to quick chart. What's that? I never did this before. What's quick chart? What the hell is that? Y'all ever seen that before? It says switch to quick chart. Got some big ass candles now. Oh wow, I never saw that before. That's interesting. All right, but anyway, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me go back to the default chart. So when you first log in, right, you know that this is blank. Like there's no chart here. So in order to pull up a chart, you have to select an option. So for example, if like, you know, let's say I just logged in, you'll only see this side, the binary ladder. You won't have anything here. To open up a chart, you got to open up a ticket. So I'm going to click on this one, right? Now, when you open up a ticket, the chart appears. So this is what you do. When the chart first appears like this, right? Come down here and click hide so that you move the ladder out the way, and then you'll see the chart like this. And it'll have this ticket open, right? It'll have this ticket open. And when this ticket is open, it's going to highlight the strike price that you selected from the ladder. So I selected this one, this 22.13. So this is what's highlighted on the chart where this red line is. It's red because I selected sell. If I had selected buy, it would be blue like this, right? So it'll be red for the sell, blue for the buy. But in both instances, this line is the one that's highlighted because that's the strike price I selected. So when you open up the ticket initially, you want to close the ticket too. And you click this little arrow down here at the bottom to close the ticket. So now, when you're observing, you'll have the chart up like this, right? When you open up a ticket now, separately, like say you want to open up a ticket and you want to take a closer look at what's going on. When you open up the ticket, your order type should be on limit GTC. I know I've seen some of you have your order type set to market. Your order type should be set to limit GTC. And there's actually a way for you to go into your settings and change it to limit GTC by default so that every time that you open up a ticket, it comes up like this already. And the limit GTC allows you to go into the price box and change the price. So you see, I just changed this to 20. You can go into the box and change this to 20. So that's the process for when you first come on the platform. You open up the ladder when you click on markets like this, right? And let me close this again. When you open up this ladder, there won't be anything here. Then you just select, just pick the one in the middle. So the strike price in the middle is this one. Click on that. Now the ticket opens. Ticket opens like this. You want to close the ladder over here. And you also want to close the ticket over here. Right? And you can go into your settings. When you go into your settings here, you can change the option to go to limit GTC as a default. You can actually do that. All right. So change it to limit GTC so that it's not opening up your ticket with market as the option. So those are two things that I wanted to mention that I saw someone who was actually newer in the group. I saw them doing that. And I just wanted to put that on here so that you have a point of reference so that you know what to do. You know, when you first come on the platform, how to open up a ticket, then close it so that when your chart is open now, you're looking at the chart and you can go into your settings to change the option from market to limit GTC so that every time that you open up a ticket now, it'll give you the option by default. It'll just be there for order type. See that? Order type limit GTC, and then you can come here and you can change it manually by typing in the prices that we use. All right, so I wanted to make sure that I included that also because I remember seeing that when someone had sent me a video. I forgot who it was. Yep. This is 100 right here. When you say TA for life, you better mean it. You will be tried and tested. That's a fact. That is a fact. Lamont, what's going on? Gary, what's happening? Are you still entering trades during the last minute of the binary? Yeah, why wouldn't we? Yep. Why wouldn't we? Why do you have thick borders on your candles? Just so I can see the candles better. I can see them better with the thicker border on it. But you can make your candles look however you want. So whatever your personal preference is, you can change it to that. Yeah, this is good today though. This is good. Yeah, I thought I had released the video for the trade I was in yesterday. I didn't put it out yet though. I'll put that out when I get off of here. Yeah, for I guess that's trade. I think it's trade 15 for the project. Yep. So 15 already halfway through the project. I think that I think the project started on April 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Jay Carling, if you ask me for help and leave, I'm gonna pull up. I agree. I agree. Shawnee, what's good? Going fishing. You waiting for price to break out the box or the range inside? You know the answer to that. You know the answer to that. Yeah, like it's nothing different. It is nothing different. And this is my point exactly. Why would we change the way that we accept these trades when what we do works? You don't change it when it works. You don't change it when it works. Right, very true. Right, because by always compelled. They made that, like once you get attached to the vibe, you ain't going nowhere. But before you get attached to the vibe, you get touched by it. And when it touches you, you are standing in front of two doors. Like I said earlier, one door is the door back outside. The other door is the door inside to you. And when you walk into that inside door, be prepared. Because just like Ashton said a moment ago, you will be tried and tested. Yes, you will. Your bullshit has to be dealt with in order for you to elevate. It's like people think that you're going to be able to get to where you want to get to without giving something up. You got to give up all your bullshit to get to the level that you want to be at. Period. There ain't no other option. There's no other alternative to that. You have to stop doing all of the stupid shit that you be doing in order to begin to finally elevate. Stop thinking that you smarter. Uh-oh. Like, damn, Mark, why you say that? Because, you know what I'm saying? Your greed will make you think you smarter than the process. Come on. The market gave us this process. What's smarter than that? Anything the market gives you is sustainable. Is when you take it upon yourself to do stupid shit because you think you smarter than the market. That's when your ass gets dealt with. Mm-mm-mm. Johnson, what's happening? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. It's a part of you. Whoa. Woo. Man, oh man, that's the second one. Chunks of bullshit. That's a part of you. Man, how accurate is that? Calcified. Y'all know what that means? The shit is like bone. It's hard. It don't want to come off. You got to keep chiseling. Man. That's good stuff right there. That is so true. Micah, what's happening? It is. Mike said Team TA is the truth. That's a fact. This was definitely a good session today because Rant Man showed up, and I believe that folks definitely needed to hear what he. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yep, just a little bit. Deep and necessary. Yeah, so very good session. Coffee and charts. Coffee and charts. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna do another podcast for Bitcoin, especially with everything that's going on now with the price. I think another podcast is warranted just to talk about some very specific things. One of the things that I really am excited about, I'm actually very glad that Bitcoin is doing what it's doing now, as far as moving to the downside, because it's giving people an opportunity to buy more Bitcoin. It's giving people more time, and it's actually, because it's costing less, it's giving you an opportunity to get more for the same money that you would have been buying it with if the price was higher. One of the things that I realized about the Bitcoin price in particular, people don't understand like price discovery of an asset, and Bitcoin is an asset without a doubt. So it over time does things that are necessary for the phase that the asset is in. Like it goes through these phases, and it's similar to the example that I had used about the internet. When the internet started, nobody really understood it. Nobody knew what it was. In its very beginning stages, it was slow. The funny thing about it is that what's slow now, at that time, it was fast to us. I remember when I was using AOL, and AOL used to increase the speed, from time to time. You're getting more megabytes per second, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, it was dial up regardless. So you was still waiting for like 30 seconds to a minute just for the internet to get on, for your computer or your modem to connect to the actual internet so that you could be online. And I remember all of that. Like when I think back on that, I'm like, man, it's so crazy, all the phases that things go through. And you don't know what the future is going to be if you're just out of the loop altogether. So for some people, they didn't even think that the internet would still be here. Not only is the internet here, look at where it is. Like, look at what we're doing because of the internet. Look at the fact that everyone's using the internet. You see what I'm saying? So you can kind of see the way that adoption takes place with something that is technologically advanced, something that's elevating the entirety of humanity. Is no stopping it. You can't stop it. Certain technology has come along, and this will continue to be the case. Every time that something comes along that is solving all of these problems, it's going to become bigger, greater, faster, more efficient, all of that, just like how the internet is, just like how cell phones are. I remember the first cell phone I had was heavy as hell. It had an antenna on it, and it had a little thing that flips down on it. It looked like a walkie-talkie. First phone I had, it was a AT&T phone. And I remember when I had a cell phone, I think my bill was like $100 a month for the data, for the minutes or whatever. And it wasn't unlimited. It was like 200 minutes a month for a cell phone. Where we at now? Unlimited everything. Yeah, some of y'all remember when you used to have unlimited nights and weekends. So you would not talk to nobody until after 8 o'clock or the weekend, because that's when it was free. It was unlimited, right? Phases. So these are all the different types of phases that technology goes through. But when you understand it, it really becomes something powerful when you're in position to actually own a piece of it. This is what Bitcoin is, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's not what you think that it is. It's so much more. I'm telling y'all. So much more. Lamont said it wasn't fast back then though. Shit. Yeah, right. You got right. Call and text me after 9. Right. Yeah, matter of fact, it was 9 o'clock. That's crazy. We used to wait till 9 o'clock to do anything. Wow. That's crazy. Shawnee said when he got DSL in the house, he thought he was the man. Yep. Yep. I remember that. All of that, man. Lord, J. Carly trying to work me to death, talking about today's a good day for the podcast. Man, I'm about to go take a nap. I ain't messing with y'all. I'm about to go take a power nap. Shit. Yeah, so that but yeah, that's coming. That is coming. I see what goes on. I might do it tomorrow. But what's tomorrow? Friday? Yeah, I might do it tomorrow. If I could do it in the afternoon before the market closes, I'll definitely try to shoot for that. Yep. He said, "Who can remember when the internet was fast? Who thought the internet was fast back then?" Listen, I just was grateful to be able to be on the internet for real. Yep. I was hyped. And y'all remember AOL used to send everybody a disc. You would take somebody else's disc. You would look and see what version of it was. I used to do that all the time. Like I used to look at my neighbor's mail, and if they had a faster looking disc than mine, I would take theirs. Crazy. Oh, so you saying to wait till next week? I mean, I can wait. I can wait till Monday. So I'll do it on Monday then. That way I'll enjoy my weekend. Oh, 6 more days. Oh, excuse me. Shit, the rest of the week is just tomorrow. Rest of the week. Oh, you talking Jay Carly. Okay, my bad. All right, man. I'm out of here. All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. Coffee and Charts, Mark Fuller, Team Alliance, Brooklyn Moses podcast is coming. That'll be next week now. Thanks to Jay Carly. She pushed it back to Monday. And that's about it. But I'll see what goes on. Maybe tomorrow I'll make an appearance to do something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right. All right, y'all. Out of here. Y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, Team Alliance, man.